I'll call it broadly speaking, other people's audiences. When you identify who already has the audience you want to get in front of, and then you find clever and valuable ways to start conversations with the gatekeepers or the owners, so to speak, of those audiences. Dustin Reichman, he came in and taught this guest expert session on podcast guesting. That has been a really big part of my strategy over the last 5 or 6 years. Some of the folks in the community first learned about me because of a podcast interview I did. You can connect with new people, have new conversations by being a guest on podcasts, right? That tends to be a slower burn because, you record the episode in January, it may not like drop until April, depending on what that podcast host production schedule is. So, which strategy you pick depends on what your timeline is. There are industry associations. You could show up and be like a guest expert. The same way Dustin Reichman was a guest expert in the freelance cake community, Summer could be a guest expert if she were to show up and say, I'm going to teach you the process that I use to organize festivals so that festival attendees are like, that's the best festival I've ever been to. That's what you want as a festival organizer. I'm going to show you how to get there. Here are the 5 key things you have to believe. And then here's my 3-step approach to festival operations, right? It wouldn't take Summer all that long to actually just write down, like, hey, what are 3 stories? What are my 5 pillars? What are my 3 stuff? Like, we know this stuff backwards and forwards. If you were to give a 20-minute talk on something, not 45 minutes, not an hour, all of you, like Stephen could be like, all right, I'm going to show up and I'm going to talk to this association of publishers about what good indexing looks like. Here's bad indexing with specific examples. Here's good indexing with specific examples. Here are the beliefs that cause bad indexing to happen. Here's what happens when you use AI incorrectly. And then here's the process for what good indexing looks like, right? All of us could do that. Cynthia could do that with healthcare marketing or financial services marketing, right? Hey, you want to embarrass your hospital system through your marketing? Let me share 3 excellent examples of embarrassing healthcare marketing, and you get people laughing, right? So that's another way to think about other people's audiences, associations. Another one is online communities. Again, other people's audiences. Someone else assembled this audience, right? So whether it's newsletters, podcasts, associations, online communities, find the audience that you want to get in front of.